And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes. It is Christmas Eve's Eve. So, I was expecting, to be completely honest, not really very much from 2K. Like today, I figured it was just going to be a dead day, which is definitely the case here. We did get some new XP. We got the week 3, part 3 thing for a draft token, of which no one's really playing anyway. That being said, I mean, if you're looking to play a game mode that doesn't involve like an absurd amount of sweat, like draft mode is fun to play. I will say that. Same with like clutch time, obviously. It does, of course, require you to have a pink diamond and token reward Colin Sexton, which is kind of unfortunate. But we also got a limited, limited warm up. I mean, I'm glad they're doing the limited warm ups a day early. At least it gives us something to do on Thursday. It's not really the tightest thing in the world, but it's something. You know what I mean? Finally, we know the mystery of like what the Ruby Nerlens Noel is. So if you don't know, last week I think was the 16th. So yeah, a week ago today, 2KDB uploaded, the normal Thursday stuff with the limited reward, which was Nate McMillan, the limited warm up reward anyway. But then they also had a Ruby Nerlens Noel, an Amethyst Glenn Robinson, and a Sapphire Kendall Gale. And everyone kind of forgot they existed except me because I want that Kendall Gale really, really bad. But they didn't seem to be able to be unlocked, period, in any game mode. Like, no one's really, seen them. No one's really thought of them. Well, here's Nerlens Noel. I'm curious to see what happens with Glenn Robinson and Kendall Gill, because Kendall Gill looks like a pretty fire Sapphire. Also, old heads just love Kendall Gill. I don't know what it is, but once you get past the age of 27, you just all of a sudden love Kendall Gill for no reason. And I think it's the compression shorts under the short shorts. I think that's what it is. It's probably why I like Rex Chapman and Thunder Dan Marley as well. But we got our limited requirements. You may only use emeralds and rubies in your lineup. So let's take a look at the lineup I'll be running tomorrow. Very defensive focused. Marcus Smart, Lou Dort, Jarvis Hayes, Poku, because of the duo. You're going to want to use duos for sure. Wang at center. Who you're going to run into, I would say, if not every game, every other game. Then on the bench, I'm running Eric Snow, signature Gerald Green at shooting guard, Matisse Thybulle, my boy, Sadiq Bey, and probably Wiseman. Now, we're realistically, and then 3 emeralds on the bench here. All the same position because 2K will make my substitutions annoying if they're not all playing small forward, which they love to do. So realistically, we're going to see new cards tomorrow, of which we'll have them teased later tonight, which I will be making a video on that, obviously. But I'm guessing, so my theory has been limited edition 2. That's what I think it's going to be, or limited edition 3, I should say. That's what I think. If not, it'll be a Flash. So it'll be Flash? Is that going to be Flash 5 at this point? Hold on, let me double check. I'm not sure. I just want to be sure that that's correct. I believe it's going to be Flash 5. Yeah, that would be Flash 5 at that point. So that would be my guess anyway. Who's to say what it'll actually be? But it doesn't really matter, alas. You're just going to want to use all rubies. It's not really that exciting of a week. Now, you could use my team as a template. I think it's really solid. I am lacking in the ball handle department, especially in the starting lineup, because I'm running, 3 defensive fixtures and then 2 kind of offensive big men down here. Marcus Smart, Lou Dort, Jarvis Hayes, they all can handle the ball, but they're not exactly great at it. This is a guy I would definitely pick up, though. You can get him for literal buyouts. This card right here, the signature version, which does have the Hoff catch and shoot, which I think is big. This one's 1,400, and you can get the non-signature with just gold catch and shoot for literally 900 MT. Lou Dort's pretty cheap as well. I think the Lou Dort Poku duo is really cool. It gives Poku catch and shoot and slippery finisher on Hoff, and then Lou Dort gets pickpocket, pick dodger, and tireless defender, which is cool. He's already really great at stealing the ball anyway. Plus he gets some stat boost and 3-point shot, mid-range, block, perimeter defense, rebounding stats, which I think is cool. Lateral quickness boost as well. Poku gets basically the same. Close range, mid-range, 3-point, free throw, block, interior defense, which I think is huge. Some rebounding stat boosts, defensive consistency, and health defense IQ, which do nothing. But you're going to want to take advantage of duos specifically. Wait till they get my boy Marcus Smart a duo. Just wait till they get him a duo. I'm excited. Wang's going to be a difference maker. He's absolutely somebody I would recommend having for sure. Marcus Smart's good, but he's not really worth the 10K if you're just going to use him for just a limited run. Wang is definitely worth like the 2000 MT though. Gerald Green, you can get Gerald Green signature for like 1700, and he's got limit or Hoff takeoff. So I think that's kind of cool, but he's not really a good defender whatsoever. So if you want more of a defensive presence, you're going to want to run someone like Jarvis or like Matisse Thybulle, who obviously I'm a big fan of. Let's look at some other rubies that you can get away with running. This is kind of, I don't know, this is very, I'm not going to say cut and paste because using my exact team is not for sure going to lead you to success. It's very customizable though. Like even guys like OJ Mayo, he's not all that different than like Gerald Green as far as like what he brings to your team. He's like a good dunker. He can attack the rim and stuff like that. He can also shoot. He's one of the only players in this game with a jump shot on quick. Another card that you might not think to use, but is very good, is this Vince Carter. This Vince Carter is really nice. Like he's not the greatest card in regards to badge count, but he's got a great jump shot. And if you don't want to spend MT on a card, he does come with like, bronze limitless and stuff as well. If you're over on next gen, Haas still really, really good. Larry Bird, I might run Mike Muscala as my bench center instead of Wiseman due to his floor spacing ability. That's always a possibility. Jay Crowder's obviously out here, really, really solid. Derrick Rose is cool. He just doesn't bring me enough in regards to shooting. I don't like to use him. Jordan Clarkson, I kind of forget about too. I might use him over Eric Snow. Eric Snow's better defensively, but Jordan Clarkson is so much better offensively. Like, I don't even think it's really close, to be honest. Does he have limitless spot up? I know he's got lucky number 7. I can't remember if he has limitless or not, though. I'll have to check. Maybe he doesn't. I thought he did for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I had one that had, because I've had a few of him. I don't know. Does he have limitless? I feel like he does. Am I just missing it? I don't know, dude. I feel like he did, though. I mean, I guess he doesn't. I don't know. I'm going to have to check 2KDB real quick because it's honestly kind of bothering me. So let me take a look here because it's honestly driving me kind of nuts. Like, I think it was the last primetime set. It's when we got Clarkson. Yeah, here we go. No, he doesn't have limitless. Okay. All right. Sorry, that was bothering me. Kevin Huerter's obviously a good choice. You could run him too. Once again, no offense. Honestly, Quentin Grimes is pretty decent too. Don't sleep on like Darius Miles, who's still really good. Don't sleep on like my boy Furkan. Furkan can hold it down. Franz Wagner is actually really good if you're looking for like a pure sharpshooting threat. Franz can get it, dude. Like, he's got that silver limitless. Obviously, RJ Barrett, Tyler Hero, Landry Fields, all good options. Eddie Curry isn't the worst center in the world. He's more pure defense than anything, but that's what you're looking for. He's not really altogether that terrible. My boy Chris Boucher is still out here. Like, only silver badges, but he can still hold it down. My thing is, you definitely want to take advantage of some duos, though. It's kind of why I'm making this video in the first place. So, want to go search for some duos here. Here we go. Dynamic duo, duos only. Let's look at some potential options. Obviously, there's Poku and Lou Dort, who I talked about. Eric Snow, can't really use his duo. Same with Sadiq Bays. That's a duo I probably would use, but you can't use Sapphires, which is unfortunate. Same with Jay Crowder, because you can't use Duncan Robinson. Same with LeBron, because you can't use Ogauskas. Lou Dort, obviously. Landry Fields, because you can't use quickly. This is one that I'll see a few people using at least, like the Kobe White-Wendell duo. Pretty good. It's just stat boost for him, but it does make them both better. And like Wendell does stretch the floor. Like, he's decent. That's about it, though. I mean, there's really not a lot of duos you can run at this point. This one's actually not bad. I did want to bring this one up, too. Like, if you're in a pinch and you don't have a whole lot of MT to work with, like this Chris Paul and Devin Booker duo, you can pick. These two will cost you a total of like 2,200 MT. And it does make them solid. Like, Chris Paul gets a lot of badges, like catch and shoot, teardropper, glue hands, dimer, hot zone hunter, floor general, and gold. Devin Booker gets like gold catch and shoot, gold difficult. Like, plus he gets a lot of boosts in perimeter defense and stuff and 3-point rating. It's not the greatest duo in the world, but it's worth checking out if you're in like a monetary pinch. But a lot of these Ruby guys are going to be cheap anyway. So let's go over some basic tips that'll help you out in limited. This is kind of one of those limited weeks where I don't think it warrants necessarily me making a video like on the day of limited, like playing limited on the video and stuff like that, just because I don't necessarily think that people's teams are really going to be all that different. Clear, so you can just use as many rubies as you want. If you want to run a full 13 man of rubies, you can do that, which I don't know how I feel about that. As always, coach settings, adaptive coaching engine off, like Hawks 2018, Bucks, and 4 out, 1 active. I always say 4 in 1 active for some reason. I don't know why I do that. Now, if you want to do defensive settings, there's obviously defensive settings that will help. I'm not the biggest defensive setting guy, so like I'm not gonna be able to sell you or sell you. That concept still makes me laugh that people were selling defensive settings. Like that's so toxic, dude. Or provide you with the best defensive settings. Like I usually just do on-ball pressure, either tight or smother, depending on how the person's playing. There's not going to be a lot of rim running because there's not really that many great rim running like guards as far at the Ruby tier outside of like Gerald Green and then like Derrick Rose and stuff like that, which is cool. And then I usually will mess with hedges and stuff like that as well, stay attached, just to make sure people can't pick and roll me to death. And that's if I'm really trying hard. And then when it comes to coaching sliders, I usually like to turn the help defense not all the way down, but like down to like 15. I don't know if it actually does anything, but I personally like it. The other key is you're just going to want to look at the opponent's team. Look, if they're running a non-shooting center, or if they're running 2 guys who aren't the best shooter on their lineup, which like the team I'm playing against is sort of doing that with like Derek Coleman and Nerlens Noel. If that was the case, like I'd probably run a 3-2 zone or a 2-3 zone. Just kind of depends. Oop. All right, Poku, come on, bro. Oh, I got Nerlens on me. That's not good. That's like the actual defender. I got my boy Lou Dort wide open from the corner. The key is just to use guys that you're very comfortable shooting with. Like, I'm not the most comfortable in regards to shooting with Lou Dort. I have used him a decent amount, but it's been a while. So I'm not the most comfortable with him, but everyone else I'm pretty comfortable with. Like, Jarvis Hayes, wet all day. It's going to be an interesting and relatively chill limited. I mean, obviously, people are going to be sweating it out Friday, so I recommend... Friday actually might be I don't know. Friday's a toss-up. It might be a good time to play limited. It might be a bad time to play limited. You know what I mean? It just kind of depends. Being that it's Christmas Eve, you could see that like a lot of casuals may be off, or a lot of casual players that just play the game for fun might be off because they have like actual stuff to do with their lives. And all the sweats will be on. But you could also look at it as a decreased sweat presence. Like maybe the sweats will be off for a night. Maybe they have stuff to do. Probably not, because their families probably hate them. But it's potential that they could, or they're trying to like, my hope is that maybe the sweat lords, like the supreme sweat lords, are trying to hustle their family members out of money in 2K tournaments during Christmas Eve, and maybe they won't be on the game playing limited. So that's all I can really ask for. Now, I don't think there's any necessary cards, like necessarily. I said Wang is probably the one I would say is like, yes, you need to use Wang because he is so much better than any of the other centers. A couple cards I didn't mention because they're reward cards would have been like Mitchell Robinson. I don't know, dude. I think Nerlens might be pretty good too. If you're looking for like a defensive stopper center, like Nerlens is pretty nice. I wish my man Kendall Gill was a Ruby. Okay, just gonna leave Lou Dort open like that. Fine, be that way. This is the first time I think it's been a while since I've done a limited warm-up challenge. Like I'm dead serious. I don't usually play these because I've been trying to get through domination for 2 whole seasons at this point, and like outside of a couple cards, like I think the last one I can remember getting was Dennis Smith Jr. maybe. I think I got a couple after that. I think I got like Clark Kellogg or something. They're just usually not worth it. I regret not getting gold Corey Kispert. I feel like that's going to come bite me in my ass at some point. That's how I feel about it. Are you using the GOAT Garrett Coleman on me? I think I almost called him Garrett Coleman, but you know the drill. Anyways, as always, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. Obviously, you see this team can hold it down. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm sure we're going to get like an overpowered Ruby or 2 tomorrow in whatever set we do. So obviously, feel free to make changes on the squad. You don't have to use the same squad I use, but you know, if you need any help with limited this weekend, you know, you can always holler at me in the comments of this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, right? Or this weekend. I'll see you guys whenever. I'm always here, man. Peace.